What up, it's your boy Rawson 2K. We're gonna get to the hip hop topics today. You already know, dropping every freaking Friday for your head tops, you son of a bitches. Let's get it. So I want to get right to the shits because I've kind of been holding out on this topic because I wanted to process it myself with the. So basically, you guys all seen, if you're in my algorithm, you've seen DJ Akademiks and his interview with Charlamagne the God. Now, apparently, I'm going to just give you the gist of it because this shit really didn't interest me that much until Joe Budden weighed in. But the original issue is DJ Akademiks claims to have been targeted by Roc Nation and Jay-Z himself. So basically, Roc Nation has made it a campaign to smear his character or possibly even, kill him. Like he feel like his life is in danger at this point. So I don't know if any of that has any validity, if it holds any weight. However, he felt it was important enough to have a conversation with Charlamagne the God. Charlamagne the God came into the picture because apparently Charlamagne the God's the one that warned DJ Akademiks of what was coming. And DJ Akademiks, who looks up to Charlamagne as a mentor and a friend, was thinking, well, what part do you play in it? Because if you could call me and warn me, but not try to do anything about it, then what part do you play? And Whack 100 agrees too. So they do the whole sit down. It's good content. Akademiks can sat down with Charlamagne and basically they try to iron out these issues because apparently Charlamagne works for Roc Nation, like he's on the website or whatever. And that was like a point of contention, as well as Charlamagne the God brought up like an article, which turned out to be an AI article that was basically like smearing Drake's name. And they were kind of going at each other for Charlamagne loving Jay-Z so much, and that being like somebody that he will reveres as the GOAT, and that he'll always have a bias towards, whereas Charlamagne's claims for DJ Akademiks always riding with Drake is the same, so it was, you get a lot out of the conversation, but not much at the same time. Anywho, Joe Budden and the Joe Budden podcast weighed in on this situation, and I actually chopped the interview up. I didn't leave anything out. I didn't doctor this up. I just simply chopped out the parts that Joe Budden is speaking about DJ Akademiks specifically, and I just want you guys to listen to this because it's very important that DJ Akademiks understands this as well. I hope he sees this. That Joe Budden is not your fucking friend. It sounds like he envies you, and it sounds like he thinks you a peon because you didn't get it the way he got it. You got to understand, these old heads that came up in the radio stations and doesn't understand the streaming shit, their understanding of all of this is lagged. So they just gonna mock you with a ton of insults to be like, oh, you made it out your basement, or oh, he ain't take the traditional route. He's a little streamer. You know what I'm saying? They still view radio as like the pinnacle of success, and it's not no more. Like these streamers is where it's at. These YouTube creators, that's where it's at. So they feel as though who are these guys? But like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play this.
Not that it's a competition, but I thought Charlamagne got the upper hand in terms of his responses. I thought the same. Yeah.
Charlamagne is in the Radio Hall of Fame.
Charlamagne sounded like he was logical and rational.
He sounded like a real adult. And that's the other thing about Ak, which is the point that I keep trying to tell him, that he don't listen to me because he does really love Charlamagne.
Yeah, you can tell.
He loves. You can see it.
You can tell.
Not only that, he has a deep respect for that man.
So I want to.
Not that it's a competition, but
I want to point out one thing. You understand how he says, how he gives Charlamagne these credentials, where he says he's a radio legend. So for some reason that means something to these old fucks. Mind you, I'm unk status, but I don't bitch up because the culture changed. These guys cannot get over this. That radio is no more. That the streamers are here. YouTube is here. These YouTube creators are here, and they can't get over it. So, and you notice how he says Charlemagne is a radio legend. He sounds like an adult. Then he starts to go into, think about it. When somebody goes, he has a deep respect. Like, what are you hinting at? Why you got to go that hard into how much this man respects him? This why you can't even look up to legends, bro. Cause see how they act like you dick riding? That's why you can't even give nobody no real flowers, bro. If they not humble. I'm not giving nobody no fucking flowers. I'm here. It's my time. What's up? Fuck what you talking about. And they talk about that too. But when you going at your legend, when you going at people that you revere or people that you at one point looked up to, bro, you gotta leave all that behind. Whatever respect you had, that's gotta go. And you gotta go at them, bro. Period.
Upper hand. In terms of his responses, I
thought the same.
Yeah.
Charlemagne is in the Radio Hall of Fame.
Charlemagne sounded like he was logical and rational.
He sounded like a real adult. And that's the other thing about Ack, which is the point that I keep trying to tell him, that he don't listen to me because he does really love Charlemagne.
Yeah, you can tell.
He loves
You can see it. You can tell.
Not only that, he loves,
which is
he has
important.
a deep respect for that man.
Yeah, I can tell.
Then shut up when you go home in your little stream.
Y'all heard that, right? Then shut up when you go home on your little stream. I'm gonna keep going.
Shut the fuck up.
And that's just way
This is
older.
different.
It's way older than you. It's been in different rooms as you. You know what I'm saying?
Just stop making it seem like you want that smoke.
No, look.
Don't get in your room. That's where I was confused.
See, he said it again. In your room.
1 minute when I told him I love, and then he get in the stream and it's me looking like he want that smoke. In order to want that smoke, you gotta lose the reverence. He just didn't come out looking as strong as he probably would have looked if he was in his room. But again, if he was in his room.
Said it again. Why the fuck you keep saying that, bro? Fuck is your problem? Why you keep saying in his room? Don't they shoot the JBP in Joe Budden's apartment? When you was with Roy and Maul, the two guys that was your friend that you crossed, wasn't y'all recording in like next to the kitchen? What's up with you, gang? I don't bruh. Joe Budden is such a fucking hater, bruh. Like, I don't genuinely think Joe Budden has any real friends, bruh. I don't even, has anybody ever came out and been like, no, that's my homie? Everybody he have a friendship with, he seemed to cross. Or he seemed to have an issue with. Fuck is wrong with you? My thing is this too. Joe Budden is coming off as somebody who has said a lot of ill will things towards DJ Akademiks. And now that he's public, he's still got to kind of throw jabs so that he don't look fake. That's what it sounds like to me. So imagine what he say behind the scenes. If this is what he'll say on air.
But again, I even enjoyed that part of it. I enjoyed the chess match of Hall of Fame radio guy versus guy who made his bones in his room. Hall of Fame radio guy versus guy who made his bones in his room.
Brought it up again.
Bones in his room. Yeah, the guy versus who made his bones in his room. Hall of Fame radio guy.
Hall of Fame radio guy. You see how he diminished Act versus guy who made his bones in his room. You are such a fucking hater, bro. Do you understand that Act came up? This is, bro, I think when I first heard Act, it was probably 2016, 2015. Bro, Act been in the game 10 plus years, bro. At best. and he came up just basically doing these excerpts about celebrities, right? But what really got this real Hall of Fame recognition, since the Hall of Fame is your key word for Charlemagne, what really got there was covering the Chicago murders and the Chicago rap scene, to the point where the rappers in Chicago thought he was from Chicago, with how accurate he was on who had beef with who and what the politics were in Chicago. So if you're gonna go and mention Charlemagne's accolades, which I don't diminish, then you need to go there with Act 2 if that's your friend. This don't sound like a friend, bro.
Guy who made his bones in his room. Yeah, the streaming shit is cool. Talking to your computer is cool. Act is that nigga. Please don't mistake what I'm saying.
Talking to your computer, bro.
That nigga. Please don't mistake what I'm saying.
Oh, but now you want to say he's that guy. Okay.
In his room. Yeah, the streaming shit is cool. Talking to your computer is cool.
The streaming shit is cool. Talking to your computer is cool. If you support streaming, or if you're a streamer yourself, I don't see how you could fuck with anything that Joe Budden has to do. I don't see how you could fuck with anything he got going on, bro. Keep it a buck. And to be honest with you, I only tune in to Joe Budden for my personal content, but the second reason is I only tune in to Joe Budden when he got something to say about another rapper, because I know he's going to be a fucking hater, bro. I just know the entertainment's coming. It's entertaining. Don't get me wrong. When he was having his back and forth with Drake and his synopsis on certain things, I only look for certain very minute takes that Joe Budden has. And I love that he doesn't know what those takes are, because he thinks he thinks as viewers we're interested in everything he has to say, and we're not. We don't give a fuck what you're talking about. We don't respect your opinion. It's only on very minute things. And I'm glad he doesn't know, because he would monetize that shit.
That nigga. Please don't mistake what I'm saying. He's that nigga. It's a different skill set and skill sets that Charlemagne has.
What's the skill set? So it's a different skill set that Charlemagne has. What are you trying to say, sir? What's the skill set? You saying that Act couldn't go into a radio station and cover different topics daily for, I don't know, literally talking time is maybe 30 minutes of the whole show, the rest is music? You're saying Act can't do that when he can literally turn on his camera and go for 9 hours on a stream? Are you fucking stupid? Dummy? Fuck you talking about?
You gotta reply
In real time.
when you on a
Process
stream.
and
You
reply.
talking. You don't have nobody interjecting. You don't have nobody scrambling your train of thought. Up here, we can get into a conversation, and I can have my thing planned out. But then you start screaming, you start yelling, and there's some shit that you.
I don't know who the fuck Ice, whatever your fucking name is, bro, with the co-host, like, bro, very just frivolous characters here. Just fucking extras. Listen, let me say this, bro. It is much easier. Hey, I'm living proof. I do a podcast on Purple Shell, right? I've been with Purple Shell now for about 6 months. Gotta renew that contract for sure. I've been with the group chat Uncut. So I talked to Deuce one-on-one on Purple Shell, and on group chat I got 2 to 3 other co-hosts. Much easier, because honestly I could just sit back and just let folks talk and jump in when I want to jump in. And when you on a podcast or a stream with someone else, that's help for you, because they can introduce new ideas, introduce new thoughts. Y'all having a back and forth. When it's just me right here, if I hit a dead end in my fucking thoughts, bro, we just sitting here in silence, bro. It's so much harder to do this shit. You really gotta, like, I challenge myself. I don't make notes. I just know what I want to talk about. I try to hit those key points, and I'm still getting better at this. Like, I'm not top tier at this shit. I'm still working. And I got to keep at it. This is tough. This is the toughest thing I ever did, was turn this fucking camera on and just talk. It's tough, bro. Y'all don't know, because y'all don't do it. And y'all frown upon that shit. Act got way more money than all of y'all. Fuck is you talking about? Making all the money doing the shit that you say is clown shit. Apparently.
Say, you totally forget your own track. Yeah.
And it's only but so many ways that this is gonna go when I know that the person across from me looks up to me.
Exactly.
You look up to me, dog. Ack was in that room with somebody that was so in control in his head of all things. And now you stuttering, and now you talking fast and can't get your... That shit was a mess to me.
That's where it ends. It wasn't a mess. It was a mess if you biased to Charlemagne. There's a few key points I agree with. I think Charlemagne's very good at spinning, and may have made Ack seem paranoid. Granted, but when you go back, right, and Ack is covering the interview in retrospect and saying, "Hold on, he brought up an article that was AI." So Charlemagne, are you fucking stupid? Because how did you not know that article was AI? Are you now an old head? Did you not understand how technology work? This shit is crazy to me, bro. I hope Ack see this shit. Joe is not your friend. And to be honest with you, it's the same thing that I've experienced, bro. I can resonate with Ack 100%. Motherfuckers think Ack is corny. Period. They don't think he deserves to be in the spot he's in. They just pander to this man and will lick his balls if they can get an opportunity with him to grow their own platform and get clout. It is what it is, bro. They look at this, what Joe Budden is saying, they all saying that shit about him, bro. They're fucking haters. It's craziness. Like, this is what I'm saying. These friends, these so-called friends, right? You got to be real careful who you consider your friend, who you can even consider as an industry friend. I would never let Joe eat off nothing. After this interview right here, I would have been done with Joe, because Joe been doing weird shit towards Ack and saying weird shit. After this shit right here, I would fall back from Joe so hard, bro. You can never eat off me, bro. Good luck with your little podcast. Fuck. Craziness, man. I had some other stuff I want to cover, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it next time. Yeah, today was just gonna be a short little excerpt. I had to get that off my chest, man. Today was gonna be a short little stream, but I appreciate y'all, man.